Welcome back to the USCL media channel. It's been a while since you've seen me. I am Mason. In case you forgot, we are at an empty and very quiet Daytona International Speedway. This place will be roaring with cars soon enough, but we're in the midst of the offseason right now in the USCL. I tried to make this video a while ago, but I went to edit and the audio was cut. So we're just going to start from scratch here, and actually some new developments have happened since that last time I tried to record. We're going to have cars on track this week, but let's just do a little lore recap, get you all caught up to speed in case you missed it. So let's go all the way back. Let's wind the clocks back about a month or so, back to the Phoenix Championship races. In case you forgot, D2 Championship was actually split because of some race manipulation by Dan's, who tried to make K-Bell win, so he essentially slowed down Trey. K-Bell ended up winning, but we decided to revoke Dan's racing license, and we split the championship between Trey and K-Bell. Then, Division 1. I called my shot. Life like this sure is good, huh? I called my shot that I was going to go win the championship, and I did. I held off Joseph, and I won my first ever championship. Thought about retiring, but I said, let's run it back. So that was just the championship recap, just to get you caught up to speed before this tumultuous offseason. Very chaotic offseason, I should say, for the USCL. So first and foremost, let's talk about some of the new things, some of the changes that we're making. A big change, the rule book. We went back to our points format, and we thought we did not reward winners enough. Like, we did not reward winning enough. They did not get much more points than second place. So we went back and we revised the points a little bit, as you can see here on your screen. So the race points. If you win a race, not only do you get 5 playoff points like you always have, but you also you get 25 points, which is a lot more than you got last year. Second will get 20 points. Third will get 15 points, and then 14, 13, 12, 11, then it's a countdown from there. And now a new thing, stage points, they will still award the same amount of points to the top 5 finishers, but now 5th place gets an extra playoff point, which will be huge going into the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, we have a new playoff format. It is still going to be 12 drivers and 3 rounds. However, we are adding 2 races to the playoffs. We have a round of 4 now, but it's not just 1 race, it is 3 races. Yeah. So it's not just going to come down to 1 race. Would I have won the championship if it was 3 races long? Who knows? But I took advantage of the system, and I Joey Logano'd myself into my first ever championship. So it is a 3-race Final Four now, and we will get to those 3 races when we get to our schedule. A new thing. Penalties. We now have penalties for race manipulation, and we've always, discouraged purposeful wrecking here in the USCL, but now the race manipulation aspect has been added, as we saw that a lot down the stretch last season. So race manipulation can and is not limited to a 10 points penalty, a race ban, or a loss of license, which happened to Dan's when he tried to make Trey lose. Next new thing coming to the league this year, very exciting thing coming to the league, something we're really proud of, we're getting new cars. 2 seasons in a row, we are getting brand new cars. These ones are going to be a lot different than last season as far as I've heard. I haven't driven one yet. We will have testing in 2 days, so Wednesday. I'm recording this on Monday. We're having testing in 2 days. They're going to drive a lot differently, a whole new GUI. I can't spill everything that I've heard about them, but I do have insider information. I just can't spill everything. Now, these cars are the reason why we've had such a lengthy off-season. So, it all started weeks ago. We were getting these cars made. We had these cars manufactured actually here in America, just cross-country, all the way in California. And we had to get these cars to North Carolina, to the USCL headquarters. So we loaded these cars all up in a big truck. Don't even know how we fit them all in there, but we managed to make some room and squeeze in there. And the truck was on its way. Now, none of us were driving the truck because Joseph doesn't want to pay his workers. Instead, he paid a third-party guy. He hired a man named T. Rucker. And uh, T, we thought he had all the qualifications, and everything was going smoothly. He was en route to North Carolina, but uh, as you can see here, something terrible happened. A very awful, awful crash just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. We were so close to North Carolina. Not only did we lose T. Rucker in the accident, but we also lost all of our cars. They were unsalvageable. So then we had to go back and get these cars made once again, but instead, once they were made, we had to get them to North Carolina quickly. So we had to pivot to airline now. We just loaded the cars up in a plane, and we didn't want to. We need to get these there quick, so we decided to airdrop them in North Carolina, and hopefully they landed in Joseph's backyard. So I really hope you got those, Joseph. There was no parachutes on those, so that could have caused a lot of damage. But these cars have been a logistical nightmare. But we have them in hand, and we're ready for testing. So now that we have the cars in hand, we're going to be testing on Wednesday, and then on Saturday we are going to have our clash. So we're going to go over some of the schedule highlights, and that first one is the clash. This year we had it last year at Avis. This year we have it at Monza. We're going to be running the full circuit for Monza, so the oval and the whole race, actual road course part. So we're running the full course for Monza. Obviously, we have the Daytona 500 as our opening race, as always. Auto Club's our second race this year. Not the Daytona RC. That has a new date a couple weeks down the line from the Daytona 500. So we're not going to Daytona back-to-back anymore. The Rock has been added to the schedule. We will be going to Rockingham. We went there for the All-Star race last year. We liked what we saw, even though they were in 2006 cars. We decided, let's put this on the schedule. It was a fun racetrack. I think everyone really, really liked it. Fuji is now on the Speedway. So we're going to be going, USCL is going to be expanding across the pond once again, as we'll be in Fuji for the Tokyo 500, I believe it was called. Then we have the All-Star race at Bowman Gray. We have never been here. It's going to be absolute chaos, the madhouse as they call it. We did the clash at the Coliseum a few seasons ago, but this will be the closest thing that we have to that. We get to the playoffs. The Glen makes its return. That spells disaster for Mr. Mason right here, because I hate the Glen. That will be the opening race in round of 12. Talladega is our round of 12 cutoff once again. The Milwaukee Mile is our round of 8 cutoff this season. So it is it's back in the playoffs in its rightful spot, I think. And then the Championship 4, we have a round of 4 now. It starts off at Bristol, then we go to Atlanta, and then my home track, the championship race for all the marbles at Iowa Speedway. It's a 3-race point race between 4 drivers. That's what it is. It's not who can finish the highest. It's just all about points, finally, as it should be. So we have a new and improved playoff system. So let's get into the real meat and potatoes of the offseason. Free agency signings, which it was a free agency frenzy, to say the least. Lots of driver movement, lots of new teams. So let's just go over some of the movement from the current teams, obviously the teams that already exist. Colleague attempting a bit of a rebuilding year for them. Ace Under, now co-owner with K-Dub for Colleague. Ace Under will assume the position of 13 full-time. Nyan leaves Cornbill, goes to the 97 for Colleague, returning to his Colleague roots. So is Paxton, running part-time in the 99, will be attempting a few races there. SHR, now defunct, actually, no longer on the grid. George has just decided, I'm just going to have my own racing team. He will pilot the 4 this season for a few races. Then, Cornbuilt Motorsports, a complete roster overhaul for Cornbuilt. Mason is the only driver that stays, obviously the owner. Alex is signed to the 20, a new number for Cornbuilt. And then it says 54 for Cripple, but he is driving the 74. That's just a little bit of an error. So a bit of a 23-11 reunion for these guys from Season 3. Then SBR, lots of movement here. The only driver that stayed in their current seat, it was Austin in the 35, but you look to the 33. CHX moves from the now defunct Reality Racing and Oak Quinn Motorsports. He moves from the 7 Chevrolet to the 33 Ford. Cookie, a new driver to the on the grid this year. Sorry, I could not talk. Excited to see what he can do in the 53. Then Trey finally makes the full-time jump up to D1. Our co-champion from Division 2 will be driving the 55 Ford full-time in Season 5. I have to make an entirely new section here of just new teams. Lots of Ford representation. That'll be a theme in the new team department. First new team to the grid, Two Fishing Motorsports, a Ford team owned by CJ and Kappa. Looking at their roster, they have Hobbs leaving Cornboat, going to the 16. Joseph stays in the 23, but will now be driving a Ford. CJ to the 25, and Kappa ditches the 10 for the first time in 3 seasons and is driving the 29, an old SHR number. Another new Ford team, Big Bug Racing. Roach finally moving up to the Division 1 series, bringing Big Bug with him. He will be piloting the 66 this year, along with Cabo driving the 5, and 76ers driving the 69, once again, leaving SHR. And then, finally, a Toyota team, because we needed more Toyota representation. Chevy looks to be the weak team in the field, as it's just RCR and Colleague. Crowdy Enterprises, our first Toyota team. Crowdy just decided, you know what, I'm going to drive for my own team. Just a one-car team, the 32 of Crowdy, the number that he wanted last year, but we could not get for him. Northern Racing Team will now have a Division 2 team and a Division 1 team. 2-car operation over there, with Schmidt driving the 92, obviously the owner, and then his buddy Jose driving the 91. Really excited to see what that team can do. Obviously, 2 of the best drivers in D2. And then, finally, Diva Motorsports, the Ford team, finally moving up to Division 1. April Summers said, fuck it, I'm going to drive D1 this year. I'm my own boss. She will pilot the 6 this year. Interesting to see how she makes that jump from Division 2 to Division 1. Now, let's get to the Division 2 side of things. Everyone is different. There is no one left in Division 2. It's a whole new field. We're just throwing guys out there. I'm totally not saying this because there's not a database for D2 yet. Totally not saying that. But what I do know for sure is the season starts this week. You will get a pre-race report from me at Monza, kind of going over the track a little bit. I'm thinking about getting some guests on here. Maybe FSU will be down to do something on the show with us. Anyway, it's good to be back. USCL Season 5 is right around the corner. I think it's going to be the best season we've ever had. And last season was a good season. So, that's all from me. I'm Mason, signing off. We'll see you soon, USCL.